Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I decided that I was going to redecorate this giant cake squishy that I actually got from Banggood. I will leave the link to it down in the description down below so that you can see it. It's super soft, super slow rising, and I'm totally in love with it. But as soon as I seen it, I knew it had the potential to be something else. So that's exactly why I chose to redecorate it today. It doesn't have any defects or anything like that. I just figured I would redecorate just for my own kind of satisfaction. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. Also, here are my new nails for the week. These are from a brand called Elegant Touch, and I will leave the link to those in the description. Also, they are just press-ons, and I know some people ask about those, so I figured I would just give you a little close-up. So anyway, taking a little plant pot, I just mixed up a whole load of DIY puffy paint, and this was actually just used with some fabric paints in by the brand Scribbles. I added some white glue, and I also added some shaving foam to the mixture to make it kind of go further, just because I need a whole lot of paint to cover this whole squishy. So I made a grey colour, and taking a lollipop stick, I just kind of spread this all the way around the sides of the squishy. I actually made sure to cover all the sides, the bottom, and the top white bits also. I actually did 2 layers of this in total, but once that was drying, I actually took some offcuts of memory foam and I just cut out little pieces. As you can see here, I'm actually making a little rounded ear-like shape, and just with my scissors, I smoothed it out. I then cut it in half afterwards so that I had 2, and I just carried on smoothing until I was happy with the shapes. I also went ahead and made a few other shapes that I needed for this redeco, and then what I did was I took some hot glue and I just hot glued these into place once the grey was completely finished on the squishy. This actually took me about 24 hours to completely cover it, so yeah, hopefully you can appreciate how long that grey colour actually took me. So like I said, with the hot glue, I just hot glued the little ears and other memory foam shapes that I cut off onto the little kind of berry bits in the middle. Next, I mixed up some pastel colours just in my paint palette, and what I did then was just painted the 6 kind of characters in the middle of the squishy. Now, I haven't actually made a thumbnail to this video yet, so I haven't decided if I'm actually going to give it away or, you know, what I'm actually going to do regarding the redeco of this, whether or not I'm going to give the secret away. But I'm sure you can tell just by looking at the shape of this little guy what this is going to be based on. But anyway, like I said, I took all the pastel colours and just started painting away at the little funny egg-like shapes, and I just did them all the kind of colours I needed to, and there's really not much else to say about that apart from I painted it. I did actually do 3 layers in total on each of these. As you can see, they are a bit grey. I just, you know, used up some of the grey paint that I had left over, not because I wanted them, you know, to be grey. I just figured I would give them an extra layer because I had the paint there to do it. So that's exactly what I did. Also, while I have a bit of time here a second and I'm actually already talking to you, I just want to give you a heads up that I am planning my Halloween inspired videos. I've decided I'm going to do pretty much the whole of October dedicated to like Halloween kawaii crafts and stuff like that, like just Halloween inspired, because I really want to get into the seasons this year and figured, you know, I'm just going to do that for you. If you don't like Halloween, I am very sorry, but I do have almost 300 videos posted on my channel now, which I'm sure will keep you busy because I'm 100% sure you have not seen them all. So yeah, make sure you check out those if you don't want to see Halloween ones. But if you do want to see Halloween ones, by the way, just leave me a comment down in the description down below the type of videos that you would like to see. I do have a lot of ideas already, but I would like to hear what you guys have to say, because as you guys know, I like to keep you guys happy and post the content that you enjoy. So once I had all the colours and everything like that popped on the like 6 center pieces, I then went ahead and mixed up a minty kind of green color and just painted this around the very top layer of grey. And this I wanted to kind of imitate grass. I didn't kind of want to do like a lime greeny grassy colour. I wanted to keep it quite pastel, so that's exactly what I did. But I basically just made a real kind of rough patch all the way along the top layer of what was originally the top layer of the cake. And then taking my dotting tool, I just went ahead and I actually popped on some grass strokes to make it kind of look a little bit more like grass. Next, I added some blue Scribbles fabric paint into that mint coloured mixture because I still had quite a lot of it left and I didn't want to waste it. I just mixed this colour in to make a water-like effect. That's basically what I was going for. I was going for like a water coloured blue. Wow, that's quite a weird kind of description of it. But I just painted that onto the very middle, in and around all the characters that I had placed in the middle of this design. So once all the water was then popped in, I then decided it was time to add the features onto the little characters in the center. So if you haven't already guessed or haven't seen by the thumbnail, if I have already put it on there, this was actually inspired by Samiko Gororashi, a cartoony thing that I absolutely love by Sanex. I adore every single character from this. As you guys know, I'm just so obsessed. So yeah, I started off with the pork cutlet and I just painted on his little face using the pink for his nose and 2 little eyes, and then I went ahead and mixed up a darker brown colour for its arms. I then moved on to the little dino and painted on the face. This one here was the one that I was least happy with because I kind of did the mouth the wrong shape, but I moved on and added some light yellow to its belly, and I mixed up a darker blue yet again to add the arms on, like as a sort of add-on detail. The next little guy that I actually moved on and painted was the Ebby Fry. As you guys may well be far away, like unaware of, the Ebby Fry is my favourite character from the whole of Samiko Gororashi. My birthday cake on the weekend did actually have an Ebby Fry on top, which of course I was obsessed with, and it was actually made by a friend of mine, which is even better. So yeah, hats off to her because that cake was amazing and I love Ebby Fries. But anyway, I painted the very like tip of the tail with a orangey pink purpley I'm getting all the colours wrong today, aren't I? An orangey red colour. I then moved on to the little cat and I painted the ear of that in the same colour that I actually painted the Ebby Fry with, and then just painted on a white little muzzle with then its face on with just my dotting tool and some black again, and I painted the little whiskers, which are just so cute. I did go ahead and re-deco the penguin off of camera. I think I did record it, but I lost the footage. But then I went ahead and did the polar bear very last. I absolutely loved this character also. I made the nose a little bit big because I did actually slip with my dotting tool, but I think he still looks really cute regardless, and you could definitely tell that it is him. I went ahead with a slightly lighter colour blue in the centre of the water just to add some swirls and a bit of extra kind of depth in the water part, and then I left it to dry for the very last time. So once all the water and everything was then complete, as you can see, this is how my re-deco squishy has turned out, and here is the before so you can kind of compare them a little bit. They are completely different in colours and design, and I'm just so happy with how this redecoration has turned out. I know in my last video, by the way, I called these redecos. That's just what I call them because, you know, it's a shortened version of redecorations. But a lot of people like kind of laughed at me and stuff, but I don't know, I like to call them redecos, so that's what I'm just going to call them for in the future. So I just thought I'd address that because I did see those comments. But anyway, like I said, I'm really, really happy with all the characters inside. I'm happy with the overall color scheme of it. I think it just works out perfectly, and I'm really, really happy with it, and I just prefer it so much now. So if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!